It's Toronto 1, Boston 0. As you know, hockey pucks are frozen before every game, and our friend Peter Puck was trapped in the freezer last night. Couldn't make the game in Pittsburgh, but he's here tonight to tell you about some Leaf old-timers going back about 49s. Names like Apps and Broda, Stanowski and Drillin. Here he is, the imp of the ice.
Hi, gang. I'd like to tell you about some special events in the world of hockey. I call them my memorable moments. Hey, ouch! It's not easy being a superstar. Now hold the sticks, fellas. I'm about to look into my hockey scrapbook. Let me see. Oh, yes. Here's a look at the Toronto Maple Leafs of some 40 years ago. And here we are in the dressing room of these stars of yesteryear, an era of straight-bladed sticks and a straight-laced boss in Mr. Smythe. Now let's all listen as a famous Canadian author, Morley Callahan, describes the scene in this Puck Palace, the home of hockey heroes like Apps and Drillin, Horner and Stanowski. I remember it well.
Where's there a kid who wouldn't love to be in the dressing room when the players start getting ready for the game, when the noisy kidding starts? The hockey star is a North American hero with plaster medals covering old battle scars. All the gold in the North Country couldn't buy you a membership in this club, where rubbing liniment hangs in the air instead of expensive cigar smoke. You have to fight your way into this exclusive circle. You have to earn the right to wear these uniforms. No wonder dressing for a game becomes a kind of ritual. You wouldn't think the players could get hurt under all that armor. The padding gives protection but doesn't cramp the player's style. It can only cover the few spots that usually take the worst punishment. The leather may take the sting out of a whizzing puck or soften the blow of a flying stick. But in spite of the elaborate stuffing, even the toughest of them must be patched up now and then. 15 minutes to game time, skates go on last. They've been tuned up beforehand by a master craftsman, ground to razor sharpness so the players can spin on a dime. It's natural for highly strung players to get all tightened up before a game. Competitive jitters, they call it. So a smart coach doesn't mind a little clowning. It gets the boys feeling free and loose. All right, boys. The player always likes to touch the sticks and get the feel of them. They have to be comfortable, for each stick is a little different, just as each player is a little different. They've been carefully selected beforehand, ash and hickory. They've been cut to legal length and carefully balanced. They've been trimmed and wound with tape for better control of the sliding puck. 5 minutes left as the little corporal goes into action. Listen, 12,000 people are waiting to see what you got. Better show them something or else. Get out in that ice and stay on it. Do they hear his words? Are they thinking about the crowds or about Saturdays and spots down the river? Are they thinking it's tough to work for a living or wondering why they can't save more of their salary? What does any fellow think of when the boss starts the pep stuff? And these stars are not much different. Except for that extra something, they'd be working with their old teammates in the offices and on the land. And someday they'll be back in Canadian life as teachers and businessmen, journalists and farmers. What they learn in the hockey rink, they'll bring back to our national life.
On this night so long ago, the New York Rangers are the foe. The players are ready, they stand strong and tall, and up in the gondola is the most famous broadcaster of them all.
Backhanded it down the ice. Again, the Leafs try, and Davidson on the left side made a long rink-wide pass to the far side. Drillin was too slow in getting after it, and Neil Colville beat him to it. Neil Colville stick handles up to his own blue line, over to Heller and Shabicki on the far side. But the pass goes astray. Now Campman and Apps. Apps takes the pass, going over the line, back to Davidson. He shoots, he scores! And that's the equalizer. It's 1-1.
And that's the way it was almost half a century ago, when Saturday night was hockey night, just like it is today. It's funny how some things change and others stay the same. Like me, Peter Puck. That's it. Another peek into my hockey history book, and there's lots more stories in here I'll be bringing to you. Uh-oh, yikes, ouch. Meanwhile, it's back to the old ice. It's not easy being a superstar, but it sure is fun. Bye-bye now.
Scores again with another look into his scrapbook. Some old faces from the 40s there. Speaking of old faces from that era, we have Dick Beddoes, the league leader in check suits and $100 hats, standing by. He'll be along when our intermission continues in just a moment.